Hi, my name's Sel and welcome to my channel, Sel's Channel New Zealand. We're going to do some creative things on the channel. I'm going to start doing a few videos a week to help people bring those creative juices out. We're going to do illustrations, writing, painting. My background is I've got writing qualifications in journalism, and I've written a book, children's book. Qualified in those, illustrations and paintings. I've self-taught myself. So welcome from New Zealand, and we're going to do a really simple sketch today. Seeing as it's been Easter, we're going to do a floppy-eared bunny rabbit. Now, when I normally sketch, I've got a desk easel here, and I normally get pencils out. All different kinds of pencils, HB, right up to the 4B, 5B. You usually start on the HB because it's a softer pencil. I have pencil sharpener, rubber, eraser. I always have a cloth because I'll give you a few tips as we go along. I always have a cloth in case you get erasers smudging on your sketch thing there. And I always like to start off with something positive for the day, as well as doing something creative. I'd like to start off by saying the word believe. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You can do anything if you believe in yourself. Because nobody else is going to believe in you, are they? You've got to believe in yourself first. So believe in yourself, and anything's possible because it's all in the mind. Okay? So we're going to have some fun today. So I'll show you the picture that I'm going to work from. So that's the picture that we're going to work from today, the floppy-eared bunny rabbit, and I'll show you some easy techniques to do the sketch. It's always good to have something to look at and to see the shape of the face and things like that, so you know where you're going. So let's have a look. I'm going to start with a HB. Always have a pencil sharpener as well ready, so that you can erase if you want to do. Sometimes I use the ones on the end of the pencil, or I have another eraser. So I always find a simple way when you're doing any animal, is the simple way is to do the body like that, like an oval sort of thing. We're going to change it as we go along. This is just an outline, and the whole point of this is to have fun as well, enjoy yourself while you're doing it. And I know some people find illustration hard and sketching and things like that, and I did to start with, but it's just learning and enjoying it, and it's really really good, good healing thing. It's good for your peace of mind, for your soul. It's just you and your pencil and your sketch pad, and it's really fun, and enjoy yourself. So I'm just doing that simply like that for the body, and then we're just going to do like the face like that, right? And then we will do some feet here, and then another one coming down there, and then we're going to do the back. Now the position that the rabbit's in, as this is, you don't need to do the tail, because the position that the rabbit's in, you don't see the tail, sort of the back of it kind of looks silly. So we do simple, if you can see that, we do simple like circles like that, and obviously we erase it out and add things and everything else, but you can see as it's easier to like do that and get the shape, and it's also fine later on to like put your own personality on the sketch that you're doing, or the illustration. Now today we're going to do the sketching of it, and then next time we'll do the video, we'll do colouring in. Now when I'm working on a sketch pad like this, I either like to colour it in with pencils, coloured pencils, or crayons. I find that when I'm working on canvas, it's a lot easier to paint, and sometimes I just paint when I'm painting from, I don't even sketch it out, I just do it, and sometimes if it's a really bit more complicated painting, then I'll sketch it out first. We'll show you those techniques and things later, but please, if you're interested, and you want to get creative, follow my courses, simple little workshops that I do to help you with your creativity. So we've done those and the little feet there, and then we'll kind of do, look, one of the floppy ears coming down here. Side. Coming down there. Now I always tend to, if you've got ears and things like that, you want them to be level. So as you can see, I've not gone all the way down there, so that's where that one finishes. So that really needs to come down to here, so that's level. And if you do it with your pencil like that, that one's a bit long, so I'm going to alter that because it doesn't need to come all that way down, and we need it level with that one. So I'm just going to go across. It needs to come to there with my finger and then go there. So that kind of levels up. Okay. So when we've done the basics like that, we can always alter it. Don't worry, you can always alter it later if it's not right, if it's not correct. So we do little things like just put the little more things in there, look. And then we can always alter this if I don't think it's right, like for now it's okay. And then we're just going to do the hind leg bit there, just sketch that in slightly there. And now this bit, I can rub this line out here because face right. I'm going to try and get the face shape, change it a little bit because it's not as rounded as that, so it's a little bit more square. So you always revert back to the picture that you've got. It's always a good basis to see what sort of shape going on there. And if I'm going to rub this out here because if we look at the bunny rabbit here, it's a bit more square, the face. So what I'm going to do is just go like that a bit. And bring it out that way a little bit. And then that's probably a little bit too... Doesn't matter how many times you raise it or what you do with that, as long as you're happy with it. And then for the nose, I'm just going to go down. See that bit, I want to change because that's not quite right. But doing the circle things for the face and the body helps get the basic shape right. Take that up a little bit. And you will find that you want to alter things a bit and you're like, oh, that's not quite right, so I want to do that, and that's fine. So I'm doing the inner bit of the face to take shape from the nose and ears. If you see here, like it takes shape a bit, and it also gives me a good contour to do the eyes. Now I'm not too happy with the face shape, but I'm not gonna worry about it because I can always change it. You see, it's all about enjoying yourself. It's not like, oh gosh, I haven't got this right, I haven't got that. It's about, and it just show on the paper and your sketch if you're enjoying yourself more. But don't worry about anything at all, because you can always change it. So to get the eyes, I'm going to do like a little sort of like this. So that's the contour for the eyes, look. Good guideline. Let's got that side. Sorry, I have to keep tapping my phone because the light keeps going off, so I can't see it. Goes off at times out after so long. And then we've got the other one, which you don't see all the eye, just part of it, so just do a little bit there. And sometimes you'll find when you're doing a sketch, it'll sort of like, if you're doing one and the face is cheerful on the bunny that you're doing, yours might be a bit more miserable, but that's, you know, you're putting your own character to it. You can always change it by doing more gentler lines to make a bit of a smile. Mine's looking a bit grumpy at the moment, so I'll probably change that in a minute and do the bottom bit a bit better, and around the eyes and the chin. So as you can see, it's starting to take shape, but I'm not too happy with that because it's too much. You shouldn't be able to see so much of the bunny's eye there. Should be a little bit less on that one, so I'm just going to erase that. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because you can always rub it out, like I say. And we're just learning here. Nothing's going to be perfect. Nothing's going to be perfect when you first start out, so don't worry about that. So like here, I'm going to sort of just do a little sort of highlighting it a bit more there, and a bit more, and I think, let's not do that so deep down there. Let's soften that off a bit, and then the bunny might be more smiley, so if we round that off a bit, the bunny's face is a little bit better there. Now this, I'm going to round that off a bit more. Yes, so let's have a check of that. So, yeah, not too happy with that ear. I think that needs to come down there a little bit more. And then like that. And that eye, probably take that in a bit more, because I'm not supposed to speak the whole of that because it's sort of hidden. And you can always add more as we go along. I'll show you like definition. This is just a simple bunny rabbit to start us off on this one. Around there. I'm going to rub that line out there, and part of it here and that one. And then I'm going to put that line out there, and that is this one needs to sort of coincide with that right there, and I'm not too happy with that head, but so I'm going to make it a bit softer. I'm just going to do some like squiggly lines there to make that a little bit softer. And And also you can do that with the other lines on there, but I'm not, I am a bit of a fuss pot, so like I will go over it and over it if it's not right. I suppose everybody's got their own way of doing it. You can always check that later, don't worry about that. But from here, just want to make that a little bit more rounded like that. And then I like just do lines like that because it looks a bit like fur, like that. And then the line from here, not too happy with that one there. So you can do things like that for the fur, you know, make it a bit, and then like you highlight little bits like this of the ear, the inner ear. We're going to colour it in the next video anyway, so you can either leave it or colour it in. And there we are, really. That's basically a quick bunny sketch. I did do one earlier, and they all turn out different. So that's the one I've just done now for you, and that's the one that I did earlier. So they're all, and I usually sign my paintings or sketches. So that's CK. So that rabbit is totally different to that one. Look. So we've got two, but that's a really, but then, so I'll show you that and I'll put that one away, that's one I did earlier. And that's like, what, 10-15 minutes of doing that sketch. But, you know, you can also soften the top part, you know, as you go around and soften that. Soften that a bit, please. I'm not being too fussy here because, trying to show you how to do it. I don't want to be over fussy because this is just like a simple bunny drawing. But that's basically a floppy-eared bunny drawing. Similar to that. And then when we colour it in, I'll show you the next video way I colour in and shadings and things like that, and how to make it look like fur and that sort of thing. So thank you so much for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this video, please watch the rest. I'll be posting some more. We're gonna colour this in the next video, and then we'll go on to something else. And please, if you enjoy this, tell your friends, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Thank you.